Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone. Welcome back again. Good afternoon, Visha.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Hi, thank you for coming on board with us. Have you taken your lunch?
Yeah, I did. I had.
You did, huh? Okay. Hi, audience out there. Good afternoon. Are you having your lunch? Welcome to Voices of Courage Asia channel once again. Thank you for checking in, where we share inspiring life stories and we practice strategies, tips to inspire and empower you to live a life of courage and significance. My name is Brenda. Once again, if you have been following us on every Tuesday and Thursday, today someone is missing, isn't it? Yes. Lillian is missing. Lillian has something on. So today I'm all alone. And thank you for your support. I'm co-founder for Class Living, a social enterprise and Women of Courage Asia, women community where we contribute back to the community through a monthly empowerment meeting where community support and mentoring comes together. Yes, we have started this series, Courage to be Used, Courage to be You, and we are now having a mini series where my expertise is in parenting and education called No Parenting, No Perfect Child. And today, yes, we are going to talk about a very sensitive topic, relationship and LGBTQ. And I'm so happy today that Visha, Visha has willingly come and be my special youngest guest to share her opinion. Why am I not inviting parents? Because this topic must come from the young one, right? Visha, want to give yourself a little introduction. I think most of them may know or may not know that you are Anita's, one of our community leaders' daughter, one of the twins, right? So share a
Yeah.
little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Viksha, and I'm currently studying in JC1. I'm 17 years old. I'm one of the twins from my mom, Anita, and yeah, I'm the younger one. I'm a minute younger. So
Okay,
yeah,
a minute younger.
yeah, just a minute.
Okay. Do you feel very special since young when, knowing that you are twins in school? Any special privilege or anything?
Not really, but there's a lot of comparison because
Oh,
sometimes teachers will be like, "Oh, your twin is getting this. Why aren't you getting it?" But it's good.
oh.
It's good to have somebody by my side all the time. So every time I go to school, I have Vidya, CCA, I have my twin. Tuition, I have my twin. So I'm never alone. So I'm very grateful for that. Yeah.
I used to like to talk to twins in my school when I was in school. Why? Because I always find them very interesting because it's like a lot of things they will do together.
Mm.
Even though they are a girl or a boy, we in Mandarin we call it 龙凤胎. Yeah, but still it is very interesting because okay, they don't look similar, but a lot of things that they do together or they sound quite similar in
Yeah.
terms of mindset or their perspective. Do you two of you have some similarity?
I think Vidya and I are very, very similar because firstly we're
Okay.
identical twins. So
Okay,
people can't
identical
really tell us
twin.
apart.
Okay.
Our voice sounds actually pretty similar, but thankfully we're in different schools now. Like since secondary school, we've been different schools, so our lives are very, very different now. I'm doing the JC
Okay.
route, she's doing the poly route, so we're having very different
So
lifestyles.
in terms of dream, in terms of what career, whatever, is quite different now.
It's quite different. We're both a
Okay.
bit unsure about what we want to do, but yeah, we're quite different now.
Yeah, but still very interesting. Okay, we don't have much time because we have only 30 minutes. Let's jump into the questions that we have for you today because I am also very curious to know why, because I'm also a mother of three. I really want to know how open are you about having a boyfriend in school days?
All right, as a teenager, I bet many of us can understand and go through like we want to feel affection, we want to feel like loved by a partner, and we want to feel validated. And I feel that now it's a good age as we have time, and we also, you know, like just want to feel like loved. So I feel that now it's a good age, but before going into having a boyfriend, have somebody you can trust and support. Mostly, it's better if it comes from a family member. Like for me, I have a twin, so if I ever want to I have crushes. I'm a young girl, so whenever I want to consult or just tell her about tell my feelings to anyone, I will go to Vidya first and consult in her about having these feelings and all. But as a teenager now, I'm not really open to having a boyfriend. Firstly,
Oh,
because
okay.
um my mom firstly doesn't really want me to have one.
Uh-oh, mama.
I'm still studying, and I have to get my priorities straight. But for many, many teenagers, many of my friends that I know,
Mm.
they are having relationships now and they are in one and they are very happy. So it just really depends on how mature you are and really depends on, your priorities in life. If you can manage many things and your parents are okay with it, then I feel that it's a good time now to start thinking about relationships. Yeah.
Okay, your good time meaning is in JC years?
Teenage years, yeah. I think
JC years,
teenage
huh?
years. Yeah.
Did you have friends who started in like secondary school?
Yes, many, many friends
Many,
started
right?
school.
Okay.
And I've seen
Okay.
many of them in, my class. They have in the same class they're having a relationship. And yeah, I think it's a nice thing. It's a very cute thing to see. But sometimes it can get a bit messy when, like, you just see from the outsider's point of view and you're like, yeah, but I feel that if you're mature enough it's good to start now. Yeah.
So your opinion is this during JC years, which teenage year, it is
Yes,
okay. It is okay to start a
yeah.
relationship.
I feel that it's okay to
Okay.
venture out.
Okay. So long as you're mature enough and
Mm,
your parent opinion is okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, good. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when one of my child started in secondary school, I kind of a bit not really freak out, but
Mm,
not really prepared.
mm,
Yeah. So, well, I guess all parents out there also concerned if we were to start, our children were to start in secondary school, how much they can manage and what if they break off, how sad they will be. But one
yeah.
thing good about you is that you really have someone that at home that you can talk
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Mm,
Okay. So, but not every one of them will have someone to talk to at home. Right.
mm.
So our next, a little bit sensitive topic, but which I think many parents out there would want to know is like, with regards to homosexuality, what are your views?
Oh, this is a good question. I have many friends who are either bi or gay, and they're
Okay,
really wonderful, wonderful people.
I okay, okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
And personally, I feel that this community they should not be I don't really condemn it, and I don't really
yep.
take part in it. But I'm
Mm,
indifferent about it. I feel that they are people in themselves. They're really wonderful people, and if two people do love each other, then it's a nice thing. Like I
yeah.
support it. I would be okay with it.
Mm,
Yeah. Like now with social media and like a lot of us are exposed to TV shows and influencers. Like we've got James Charles out there, who's a very influential makeup guru, and he's also gay. So many people will look up to him for his makeup tips, and he's really an inspiration to many of us. So I feel
okay.
it's a good platform for many people who want to think about their sexuality. And yeah, I feel that there's nothing wrong with liking the same gender, but I don't take part in it because, yeah. But many
Again,
platforms,
again,
right,
it's different, very individual perspective and
very individual.
what we
Yeah,
think. Right today, we are not here to even encourage anything, but it's just to share opinion and to
yeah,
help parents out there to understand that yes, this is what teenagers think, and you are sharing from the opinion with what you have seen and experienced
mm,
in school as well, right? Yeah.
yeah.
So I recently also watched a show which my daughter is watching. I find it quite interesting. I cannot recall. Is it called Drag or something like that?
Drag
It
queen. Um,
yes, Drag Queen, right?
oh,
It's
okay.
yeah, it's like yeah. So uh they are gay, but
Mm,
the way they dress up is really beautiful, and
yeah,
they are in competition, right? Is it called
yeah.
Drag? I cannot really remember, but
Drag queen. Yeah,
right. And I find it very amazing, really, really amazing,
yeah,
and yeah, it's they're so beautiful, right? I use the word, and their
yeah.
feature, oh, fantastic, yeah.
The way they express themselves, and I feel that it's a good way to express themselves in
Mm.
these situations. Yeah.
Yes, and some of them, the way they share is so confident, and really it's like
Mm,
yeah, I feel that yeah, it's something that we have to learn even as parents. Yes, we may not be able to accept it if our children are one of them, but how do we actually help ourselves to overcome it? So
Mm.
do you, in your surrounding, this Bishop, any friends that you have that, you know, they are
Yeah.
lesbian or gay?
Yes, I do. I have a very close friend
Okay.
of mine who's
Okay.
gay, and he's a really nice guy. He's so sweet. Like like I don't see him as somebody who's gay, and all. I just see him as a best friend because ultimately they're still people, you know. So like they act the same way, they do things the same way,
Mm,
but they just basically like a different gender or like the same gender as them. So they're like just the same to me, normal people. Yeah.
okay. Wow. That's good. Because for us to not to discriminate any person, it takes actually a lot of maturity as well, right?
Hmm.
So do you think your parents, okay, as in Anita and your daddy, are they okay that you have friends who are LGBT?
Yeah, I'm sure that my parents are okay with it. It's because, like I said, they're still people, they're still friends. As long as
Mm.
we don't have to share our point of views, or anytime our friendship doesn't need to go into the part of, imposing into their beliefs and my beliefs, I feel that it's okay. As long as we just have a mutually respectable and a nice relationship as friends, I think it's okay. Yeah, we just don't need
What
to pry into it.
what advice would you have if I am a parent and I come to you, my children have friends, you know, one of my child have friends who are LGBT. How can I feel that I'm assured that yes, it's okay for my child to have friends like them?
I think the best way to actually be okay with it is to meet them actually. So
Okay.
maybe, like sometimes
Oh,
my mom would take my friend out to lunch with me, and she'll get to know my friends, and I think that's also a good way to get to know who your child is mixing with. So yeah, it will be a very good platform to get to know them and be.
okay. So um, you're saying that I should type this in, that it's okay because can ask the parents, as in me, as a parent, to meet up with your friends. That will help, right? Isn't it? Wow,
Hmm.
that is a good tips. Because after I met your friend, then I know that yes, my child is with this friend, that is okay. Yeah, okay. That is something that is a tips. Parents out there, we should pick up this so that at the same time, it's actually meaning that my child is willing to let me meet my friends, and that is
Yeah,
an opportunity for me to build relationship not just with my child, but build relationship with my child's friend. Wow,
yeah,
wow. Yes, have lunch and meet their friends. That is really a good tips. Wow. And I believe that this is what Anita has done well as a
yeah.
parent. Yes, yes. Wow, great. So on the topic that we are moving into now, you know, from homosexual to sex. Okay, I'm not sure how open you are, but who will be the first person that you'll be very open to?
To talk about this kind of
Yes,
situation.
yes.
Of course, it will be my twin sister. We're both the same age. She's the
Okay.
basically me in a different body. So with any issues I have, I would just go to her and tell her. She'll give me a non-biased point of view, and sometimes it'll just go 1 year in, 1 year out. So like I
Okay.
can just tell her everything and get it off my chest. And she's also coming from somebody who's the same age, somebody with a very similar mindset. So she would give me advice that will bring me back down and reflect. So I feel that yeah, my twin is actually really special. But for those who don't really have twins, I feel that
What is your
probably,
advice?
yeah, I think speaking to somebody similar your age would be good. Your friends, somebody who's actually
Amazing.
reliable, not just anyone and everyone, but somebody you trust and is reliable. But ultimately, if you have a very good relationship with your parents or your siblings, I feel that they are the best people to talk to because ultimately, family is family. They will do what's best for you, and they normally come first, and friends aren't permanent other than family members who actually were there from beginning to your end. So yes, I do feel that sharing with your family will be the best situation, but if you have somebody your age, siblings or friends, I think they're normal, they're good to share with also.
So sibling relationship is very important, right? Hearing from you. Just share with me at what kind of situation or what kind of parent that youngster you will not share with? What kind of parent to talk about this topic? I mean, you may have heard from your
Yeah.
friends. Yeah.
I think somebody who is a bit controlling, like if
Okay.
I say my point of view and they would just straight away shoot me down without hearing it, I would not want
Okay.
to share with them. But if they
Okay.
take time to sit down, hear my point of view, maybe advise me, but not tell me like straight away no, but advise me on the do's and don'ts and what to look out for, I think that would be a much more a better relationship and an easier person to talk to than somebody who
Mm.
just doesn't want to hear it out and imposes their
Straight
point of
away tell you why, or they are freaked
view.
out, or
No,
they
yeah,
right don't even want to. You shouldn't do it. Right? Okay.
exactly, yeah. So somebody who like was willing to hear you out. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone who is willing to hear you out. So this type of parents, teenagers will share with you even the most inner secret about sex. They will even share with you. Wow. Parents out there, we are learning something again. Another tips, right? We need to be someone who listen to them and not to shoot them down straight away. Wow, such a good tips. Okay, before we proceed on, let's look at our comment. We have some. Uh, okay, want to show. Oh, Jasmine. Yeah, Jasmine say, way to go. This is definitely for you. And who is this? EO for kids. Cool sharing. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your comment. Indeed, it is very cool. That's why I get someone who is cool, because I know I'm not that cool. Okay. So far, we have good tips and good, sharing from Viksha. Okay, let's see what is our next thing that we will be talking about is still on the topic of BGR and sex. You have been having a lot of friends. Okay, so far, what do you think are the topics that young people today they're curious about, and maybe something that as a parent give us advice? What are the things that we can go into as a maybe a table talk or during our relationship building talk about that can talk about that young
In terms
people
of
be curious? Yeah.
CGR,
Yes, or sex or anything. Yeah.
I feel that many of us might be wondering when is it okay to start your relationship and how deep you should go in a relationship. I feel that whenever for everyone is different. It depends on your
Mm,
maturity level and your time. So if you feel that you are mature enough to handle a relationship in the right way and to make things not toxic and to make things
mm,
easy going and smooth sailing, then I feel you should go for it and all. And for parents, I feel that yeah, as a child, I know that if I go into a relationship and my mom doesn't know about it, but she's skeptical, she would be really worried for me, and she would really wonder how she can know more about it to protect me and to keep me safe. So I feel good communication would be good, like what I said earlier. Maybe not shoot her down when she tries to say something, but instead encourage her or give her advice. It would be good for her. Yeah. So like for example, like sometimes many of us might be wondering, is it okay to have sex without before marriage in your
mm.
relationship? And
Yep. Yes.
for many people, many different views. For me, because I'm a Christian, so I believe that I only have sex after marriage. So I will not
Mm,
partake in that. And having a partner with the same mindset as me would be right and would be good for me. And but for many people who also does not follow my beliefs, they feel that it's okay to have sex. I mean, that's fine, but I feel that keeping your parents informed in it is also a good way for them to be reassured and to know that your child's doing okay. And yeah, basically just that, keeping your parents informed. Yeah, and for parents to be informed, they need to really make their child comfortable with sharing things and really hear them out and give them good advice and point of views.
So again, we are talking about relationship and trust, right? If the parent, we as parent can gain the trust of our children and
Yeah,
not to shoot them down, am I right that the teenagers can even share with us this area of sex, even like whether they have boyfriend, or even do they have sex with their children, their partners, all this topic can even go in depth.
it really, really depends on the
We
on the
really depend on the relationship. How deep is the relationship? Am I right to say that? So youngster will be okay to even share about this if the relationship with the parent is so deep.
Okay, it really depends on different people, but I
Okay.
feel that from beginning till your teenage years, if you had a good relationship with your child, and
Ah,
I feel that it will be, I think your child will be okay, but maybe she won't share everything because as a
okay.
teenager, sharing to your parent will be a bit weird. But the things that are important, the things that are meant to be shared, I think she would tell you. But
Mm,
ultimately, as coming from teenager, I will share with my siblings first because they have a more, youngster mentality, a teenager mentality, and not something a bit old school that my parents have. So I feel
okay.
it's easier to share with siblings. Yeah.
Okay. So at the end of the day, some of my way does comes in. It may work. Going through another sibling to understand more about that sibling, right? To
Mm,
to to be able to know things that they really cannot share. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I guess that you're right. Some teenagers may not even share everything, despite the kind of close relationship we have. There are things that secret means secret, right? You can only
yeah.
share with the sibling, especially like yourself. You have a very close twins that can really share the most secret. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that is so real, right? I mean, you were sharing, I was thinking actually back those years when I was a teenager. Did I actually make a point to share a lot of things with my parents, which I don't think I did also. Also partly because my parents were very busy working. So this is one of the factor that I can think of that why our teenagers are not sharing with us. Besides shooting them down, parents, are we too busy? Are we too authoritarian that our everything is my way or highway? There are parents who are too neglectful, too busy with work, and everything leave it to the children, as what Viksha was talking about. If you don't even have time for your children to listen to them, why would they talk to you? If since young, since preschool years, didn't even have time to build the relationship, how can we expect them at this age to actually share with us whatever that is in their mind? So yeah, I don't think so that they will even want to share with us. Even as Visha has such a good relationship with Anita, there are things that she says that, yeah, she may just want to keep it and share with the twins. So that is so real, right? Yeah.
But it's not
Yes.
really normal. As long as your siblings know how to keep you in check and they know that you're okay, then I think you parents don't have to be worried. Yeah.
Still a little bit of worry. I must say that it's a different stage of everybody's life. I mean, every one of us has different stages. So when you children were younger, parents have more control of your time, of what you need to do, what you want to do, asking permission, this and that. But as children grow up, yes, there are things that really we really cannot be 24 hours with the teenagers. We really sometimes don't know what you are doing. So that is where that communication must come in, right? Yeah. So I guess the using of handphone to communicate is one of the important what call that gadget that we have to make good use of this, to communicate as a family as well. Yeah. Okay. So, there's another good question. At what point will you share the secret? I guess this all come from somebody that wants to know.
Honestly, when there's a problem, then I feel that that was the point I'll share my secret. When something in that secret went wrong and I really need help from my parents, then I will have to
Mm,
open up. But with that also, I will try to fix it on my own first. I'll try to get my sisters or whoever to fix it with me. And if it really can't, then I would share it with my parents. Yeah. Because I don't
and
want
that
to,
is where when you really need advice, need help, right?
yeah.
Okay, I remember my daughter will always call me from overseas when she need help. So whenever she call me from overseas, actually being happy, right? I sometimes get very scared. You know what? It's either she lost her whole luggage, she
Oh,
lost my credit card, or she's being pickpocket, or mommy, I really need a prayer because the door is banging whole night. We couldn't sleep. We need to change hotel, all this, or mommy, miss my flight. My son. So things like this, that is where they will ask for help. So it's not so much of secret, but help needed. So Yeah, so that is a very good question. At what point I would really need to know at what point, and I hope that my children will have certain point where they will come to me for to share their secret, which is quite interesting. Okay, I have somebody sharing. Okay, have sibling do help. Yeah, Sarah is saying it's true. It's true. Having sibling is helpful, but how about those family with only one child? Yeah, then they really have to go to their friends, right?
Yeah, they're close
Yeah,
friends and put it
yeah.
together.
Today
Sometimes
we really,
things. Yeah.
yeah. Today we really have a lot of family with one child. I believe you also have friends that only single child at home.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. So they have no sibling. They have to really go to friends. And
Yeah.
do you think finding the right friend is important?
Of course, it's extremely important. It
Mm,
influences what
to
you do,
share.
how
Yeah.
you think, yeah, and influences the next step you take from the problem or from whatever you're doing. So, with the right advice from the right people, you would do the best thing in that situation. If you have people, if you have friends who aren't exactly in the right, in the right mind and don't have the right thoughts, then you might not even do the right thing or something that can help you in that situation. So
I
yes,
remember recently I came across this phrase where it's a question asking, are you an influence or you are influenced? So I guess this is very important for teenagers. When you have friends, your peers, are you influencing others or you're being influenced? So the right influence is very important, right? Yeah. So Sarah was asking, what advice then for single child? She's concerned for those who are single. They don't have sibling to go to. What will you advise them?
maybe cousins. Like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I think I have this friend who has always meets their cousin every Sunday. So they always come and talk. They will study together, and they have a very close relationship. And seeing that, I think it's actually a really good. They're very good people to talk to, and they're still family after all. So it's easier for them. Yeah.
Yes, yes. That reminds me, my daughter do have a very close cousin whom I just met out last night for a movie, couple movie. Yeah, since young they were very close, and
Mm.
they share a lot of secret, in fact. And yeah, they promise themselves that they don't share the secret out. But then sometimes when I want to share something with my daughter, I realize that I will ask her, you cannot share with your cousin, right? She will always tell me this. Then don't share with me. That means she cannot be sure she won't share with her because they really share every secret. So she said,
Mm.
no, then you must know that I will share with her. So better don't share. So that is, yeah, I guess that's the kind of intimate relationship as a cousin that they can really share certain things. And sometimes if I need to uh, find out something about my daughter, I can also go that way. But trust me, she won't give me a lot of tips because, she really, yeah, they are so close that, yeah, she won't do that.
Mm.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
guess that is something like what you mentioned about, like your relationship with your twins, as well as, if they are single sibling, they have no sibling, they are single child at home, as what Sarah was asking, they can find another cousin who can be as close as like a sibling that will help them. Does that answer your question, Sarah? Yes. Okay. So last but not least, before we go, any tips for our parents out there so that we can be, build better relationship with our teenagers and can hear them more so that we don't always think, thought, suspect, doubts, and then, um, use very, what call it, words that are, don't give teenagers trust. Any tips?
I feel that firstly, when children do something, don't jump into conclusions first. Get to know their point of view and be open about hearing their point of view. So you don't assume or you just tell them, "I know what you did." You just go, "What did you do?" Instead you ask questions instead of assuming.
Okay, ask
Yeah,
questions
ask
instead
questions.
of assuming. Okay.
Secondly, I feel that with a good communication, with good relationship, it comes trust. At one point, you have to trust your child in whatever they are doing, and you've got to sometimes give them your support in what they do. And yes, of course, give the support to the right things that they're doing, not anything that is wrong. but sometimes trust them and let them do their thing. So yeah, second one is just try to trust them, and last one is
Trust
just
them.
um,
Trust them. Yeah.
mhm. The last one is just ultimately healthy communication. If you guys communicate daily, like sometimes my mom, like later we're going to go eat lunch together. Sometimes over lunch we just talk about the most random things, and sometimes topics that are important will come in. So healthy communication since the beginning till now, I feel that it's quite important for parents and children to have, so that parents will know that the child is okay, and their child will know that it's okay to tell their parents things without being judged. So healthy communication is also very important.
Wow, wow. Three tips, three tips. Parents out there, did you take down these three tips that is so profound, and not from parents and not from parenting coach? It's from teenagers. First of all, what is it? Ask questions. Don't assume. Yes, we tend to assume a lot of things. Okay, some people say, yeah, assuming is like making an ass of yourself. Right? Trust your children. Whether it's a right or wrong decision, still trust them, but lead them if it is wrong, just guide them, right? And healthy communication must start right from the beginning. As you have heard, it's not just today or yesterday. Anita has been building this healthy communication since young. That's where they come to this point where even as a teenagers, they can communicate even over lunch, right? Yes, I think I saw some comment from Sarah or questions. Yes, family bond is good. Cousin means yes, 2, 3 family bonding. Yes, this is something that is very important, even for the parents. Yes, and she has a question. So Viksha, this is for you. Can I also check children would prefer parents to understand and find out how they feel instead of immediately give
Yes.
solution or how it is supposed to be?
Yes. Sometimes your parents' solution isn't what the solution you have in mind, because you may never know your parents' thinking and your thinking are very different, as they're ultimately different generation lines. So hear them out first. Don't give solution, but give encouragement. Give give comforting advices. Don't jump into conclusions, or try to give solutions or fix the problem. But instead, hear them out. Let them slowly try to reflect, understand what they're doing, and try to fix the problem themselves with your guidance. So without fully trying to take hold of the situation, but instead guiding a child would be a much better approach.
So it has to really come back to the parenting style. The parenting style of being an authoritative parent.
Yes.
Authoritative parent takes opinion, listen to opinions and comment. Yes, they may be strict at times. They may be strict because they still want to set rules, regulation at home, right? But they
Mm.
listen, and the very common sentence that an authoritative parent will always say, let's talk about it. Let's discuss. Would you like to share with me? These are these are sentences that I think teenagers you would love to listen, right? Rather than, yeah, what you mentioned earlier, shoot you down straight away. Whether it is BGR, worker relationship, with regards to friends that are gay, lesbian, or your view about, even recently I went into this communication about,
Mm.
the topic of tattoo with my children. Listen to their view. This is not a real tattoo. It's a
It's
tape.
really nice.
Nice, right? Yeah. Cool, right? Yeah. So yeah, we are into this topic. So yeah, we cannot shoot them down straight away. And I don't think you all like it, right? So listen to the opinions, and it will be something that, I mean, it's a leading path that allow the teenagers to even share more and want to understand more, or want to even share the view more. Am I right to say that? Yeah.
Yes.
Great, great. Wow. Learn so much from you, which really, I love this session because this sharing, right? Every time I'm learning so much from different guests. Even today, I know I'm going to learn a lot from you. And thank you for taking your time.
Thank you so much for having
And really thank you for, coming here boldly to share your view and opinion, which help us as parents to understand our children more, and giving us another chance to be able to communicate with them, to have healthy communication, and to remind us to trust them. Yeah. So today, with our sharing, we are going to end here. But before we end, remember, myself as a parenting education coach with my chance, if you have any coaching session that is needed for your children, all the way from preschool visit to reading assessment for the younger one, and coaching for the primary school, secondary school, you can click the link that is in our Facebook page, where you can find myself, making appointments with you to have this coaching session. And that is for your children. And if you have any coaching session that you need for clarity, Lillian is still around. This is the link for your life as a parent, or you want to know your own personality, how we can help you. Knowing your personality will help us as parents to be able to build a better communication with our children. And last but not least, we are all from Women of Courage Asia. Join us for our monthly empowerment meeting last Tuesday of the month. We take a break in December. Join us in January. And yes, last but not least, again, our boot camp for all the women out there. Mothers, come and join us. Join us if you're single too. Why? Because this is where we're going to share, we are going to have clarity, and we're going to learn about personality so that we can be better equipped as a parent to help our children, whether all the way from preschool to teenagers, so that we can build better and healthier relationship at home. So with that, I thank you. And thank you, Viksha. Thank you, Anita, who is at the back end helping us. Would you want to show face to show everyone this amazing mother? And join us every Tuesday and Thursday at 12:30. Anita, thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much,